everyone. Welcome. My name is LATRICE, and this is my channel. Seems like I'm always recording in my car now, but seems like I'm always in my car. So it seems to be the only way I can record most of the time. And I do want to get back to being consistent in making videos. So that explains that. But this is going to be a quick video. It's going to be more or less a rant I'm going to go on. This is Tuesday, October the 15th? Yeah. And I have just dropped off my youngest, which is my last baby, at home with me. He's actually 14, and I have just dropped him off 3.5 hours away from me to attend a different high school for his freshman year of high school. And it is hard, but it's been a long process as far as the thought process goes, and it turns out to be the best thing for him. And as parents, that's all we want, is what's best for our children. So my rant is, and maybe you guys can help me and leave comments for me, but I had to move my son out of his, which was his current, school where he was home with me, to move him here so that he could attend school, because where we lived, as I had stated, here, let me try to roll up this window so you can hear me better. So where we lived, I had explained, is an area that is really growing. It was all farmland. As a matter of fact, all the roads are called farm to market. So I hate to say, there had always lacked diversity in those areas, and so as they build, people will come. And so it's starting to become more diverse, but there's gonna be holdouts who are longing for the day when they were the only ones in their area. So when you hear "Make America Great Again," or "It's not the America I fought for," okay, that helps you put that into context. And so my son experienced a lot of racist behavior. And so, as I talked to him and tried to figure out why we can't just ignore them, it became that it's not just one or two ignorant, kids, or it is just the mentality of the whole school, that it was when you got on the bus to go to school, when you got to your first period, when you were going to lunch, when you were in PE, it was just a constant onslaught of being called ugly things, told, if I were you, I wouldn't even want to live up my life as a black person. So when you're 14, that type of continuous negativity, right, really hurts you, your self-esteem and how you see yourself. You get angry, and so I didn't want that for him. So I took him out of that environment. But I looked into the demographics of the school, and once again, just through communication with my son and him telling me that, you would think, it's just, unfortunately to say, white people, but it was not. It was a majority of Hispanics. And as I looked at the demographics, sure enough, the highest percent of, demographic group in that school is Hispanics. They're like 50%. And so I'm like, that is just where I don't understand. As a minority people, as people of color, as my brown-skinned brothers and sisters, like, I don't understand why we subject each other to that type of treatment, where as numbers, we can unite and make things better for each other. Like, I don't understand the mentality of that, hate of one minority group towards another. And so, I know it exists, but it's just like that number is overwhelming. Like, you can do so much. You can, like, request. You can demand a lot. It's just kind of like when people go on strike. They go as a group because there's the numbers is what gets you what you need. If people were to divide when it came to striking, hey, this group goes here, this group here, and this, like, you're not gonna get anywhere being divided like that. It's the united stand that people take when they do these things that get them ultimately closer to what they want collectively. So I don't understand why, as minorities, we have not, pieced that together. My son's school, as far as African Americans, the demographic was like 1%. So he was not over exaggerated in the fact that there were not a lot of, people that looked like him. Well, I'm not going to even say that, because once again, Hispanics, you guys are, some of you are as my skin tone or darker, so you are brown people. So I don't understand the mentality, once again, about subjecting each other to that type of treatment. Like, we can do so much together. Voting, we are in a voting year. Like, if we really want change, we could push our agenda, once again, collectively. I know there are things that we are more inclined to agree with each other on than not. So yeah, like, I just don't understand that. Like, somebody help me understand where that hate comes. Like, why we can't find common ground and unite. It was just beyond shocking to me to learn that. But it is what it is. So yeah, leave a comment. I don't understand. I know slaves were dropped off all over this continent, so I know my brothers and sisters, if we all kind of looked, we could probably find somewhere in our bloodline where we have each other's DNA. Once again, slaves, commingled or live lives with Hispanics, Asians, other blacks. Like, it is just like, know your history. And one other point I would like to point out is that when you talk about foreign land, and you talk about Hispanics, and like, have we forgot about migrants? Have we forgot about people that work those farmlands and the conditions and things that they had to endure to provide a better way of life for their families? Like, do we not know our history and how we got to certain places on the map that we got to? Like, that's modern in my opinion. You're not picking cotton, but so I don't know. Just a thought as I drop off my last child, which I thought I had 4 more years before I, was saying goodbye to my child. Just circumstances pushed that agenda sooner than I had anticipated. So, hey, leave a girl a comment. Like, let me know what you think. What are your thoughts around it? I'm gonna get off this camera and focus on my 3.5-4 hour drive back home. I hope you guys are having a better day than me. All right, bye.